What is up, all you angry Pokemon people out there? Angry Snorlax here. Today we're going to be discussing whether this market is sustainable or not, or is it going to all come crashing down? That is the question. And we're going to go over some things just to see what the market's doing and see if it can hold up. Hold up to the test of time, hold up to all this craziness, or are we eventually going to get back to some normalcy? Let's go over a few things and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. All right, what I want to point out here is the XY era. A lot of people's been focusing on this era because the megas and things are coming out. I was scrolling through some of this stuff and I just couldn't believe my eyes what is happening into this market. Basically, you could pretty much pick any booster box in this era, say XY evolutions here. So XY evolutions are right now is $1,418.13. If you scroll down here, if you look down here, a lot of people are selling it a lot higher than what the market price is. And this is happening on a lot of products. Like, it doesn't matter what the market price is anymore. People make their own prices on all this shit. I don't understand it. What is really puzzling is if you go to the 1 year overall. So 1 year ago, this box was $837.03. So you're telling me from an $800 box a year ago, this has jumped all the way up to pretty much a $1,800 box. So from $800, it jumped up $1,000. So we went up 69%, almost 70% increase over 1 year period. You tell me if that's sustainable. You think people are going to buy these boxes at $1,700? Let's find out and see who is buying them. So some of these boxes are getting sold, but not many at that $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 price point. People are panic buying this stuff because they think it's just going to keep going up and up and up and up and up. I got bad news for you. I don't think this is sustainable. I think this is all going to come crashing down. It's probably not going to get back down to $800, but it is not going to stay at this $1,700, $2,000 a box. 70% increase over a year is absolutely insane. A lot of people in the stock market hope for a 5 to 10% increase over the year. Pray for it. Like, that is a good year in the stock market. So a 70% increase on one of your booster boxes within a year, that is unsustainable. It's not healthy. Very, very bad for the market. And I feel bad if anybody gets stuck in this and pays this amount for one of these booster boxes, because you're going to lose your ass. And it's not just XY Evolutions, it's every booster box. So let's go to Steam Siege. Worst set of the XY era, maybe the worst set of all time is what a lot of people say. So this set 1 year ago was $387. Today, it has increased by a 43, almost 44% up to a $550 box. And that's not even the thing. People are selling it for $1,800. So the market's $550. I don't understand the justification of somebody selling it for $2,000. Like, the market price is $550. Why do you have $1,800, $2,000 on the box? Please don't tell me you're paying $2,000 for Steam Siege. You could buy the whole fucking set for, I think, less than $200. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, people are paying $700, $600, $700, and they haven't had a sale since, looks like May. May 18th was the last sale on a booster box of Steam Siege. If people are trying to sell it for $2,000, that's why they haven't sold, because these people are fucking morons down here trying to sell it for $2,000. These people are taking advantage of you guys. And the bad part about it, some of these are actually stores that have over 10,000 sales. Like, you got a Steam Siege in an acrylic case. Steam Siege! An acrylic case. And let's go. Let's just keep it rolling here. All right, what else do we got here? Oh, a Fates Collide booster box. This ought to be a good one. This time last year was a $492 box. Seems expensive. A lot of people are like, I ain't paying that for that box. 1 year later, in 166% up to a $1,308 box. Get out of here with that shit, man. Like, this increased 166% in 1 year. $500 box up to a $1,300 box. And this AKK Bud, he's got 1,410 sales. Is trying to sell this fucking box for $10,000. $10,000 for a fake Collide box. Like, he must be throwing up a Hail Mary and hoping somebody grabs it. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? The Poke Stadium, $2,600. Market price is $1,300. Why are you selling this for $2,600? Why are you selling it for $10,000? Just keep it rolling. Roaring Skies. This was a $600 box. $623 box. Up 221%. $2,000 box. So from a $600 box to a $2,000 box within a year went up 221%. Unsustainable. We got cards for... Oh, okay. This is a sealed case. All right. That's $24,000. I thought that was a single box. But this one is for $19,999. A box of Roaring Skies could be yours. So $24,000. So $25,000 divided by 6. This guy is selling a $2,000 Roaring Skies box for $4,166 a piece. So $4,166 a piece. So basically, the sealed product premium is obviously double. So you could buy 2 cases of this if it wasn't sealed up. This is absolutely insane. This cannot hold. This will not hold. People are going to lose their ass big time on this stuff. There are people that's buying. There's people paying $3,300. 6/8/25, just June 8th. Somebody paid $1,800. This has to be getting manipulated. Because it went from $1,450 on 5/25 to $1,899 on 6/8. And then 6/23, 7/20, and 7/22 have all spent almost $3,000 on this box. $3,000 and over. So how do you go from a $1,400 box in 2 months to a $3,300 box? Whoever bought these two up here, I would assume they're probably passing product back and forth to drive the prices up, would be my guess. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the only thing that makes sense. If I see something that sold for $1,400 2 months ago, I know the price has increased, but I'm not going to pay $3,300 2 months later for the same box. Just not buying it. I mean, you have to be able to see that there's something fishy going on with that from $1,400 to $3,300. And then the market price is $2,000. Why would somebody pay $1,000 over market price for this product? You wouldn't. You absolutely wouldn't. Up next, we got Furious Fist booster box. So a market price right now is $3,200. 1 year ago, but this was a pretty much almost a $1,200 box, $1,150 box. And over a 1 year span, and 178% later, it is now a $3,200 box. So from a year span, it went from $1,100 box up to a $3,200 box. Unjustified. And then the 2 sellers that they have down here for it want $7,000 a box. Oh my God. I really don't know what the hell's wrong with people. Are people paying this? So they had 1 box sold for $3,200 on May 16th. $1,100 box up to a $3,200 box, and somebody bought it. All right. So you guys let me know. What do you is this sustainable? I mean, this isn't normal. Like this can't hold up. Like people, it just doesn't make any sense. I can't believe people are actually buying these boxes with this much of an inflation. People has got to be smart and know that this is going to crash. It has to crash. Like you are buying the stocks at the highest peak, and you're waiting for it to go down. I mean, you're at the top of the mountain and you're buying up here. You're supposed to be buying down here. You're going to get bit in the ass, and it's not going to feel good. Breakthrough. $600 box a year ago, up 207%, 208% to a $2,196 box. Primal Clash, 1 year ago, was a $565 box. 195% later, we're up to a $1,600 box. So everything XY is just off the chain. Absolutely off the chain. Let's look at some of the GX boxes here. See if how big a change this is. So the Snorlax GX box, I actually like to own this box, by the way. Went from 154.19 and is not too terrible. It is up 50%, up to $231 box. Very cool box. I'd like to own this box for sure. I'm going to wait out. I'm going to wait the boom out. I mean, if I lose out on it, I lose out on it. I don't think this is a $231 box. Just like I don't think a lot of these booster boxes are $3,000. So XY base. I don't know a lot about XY base, but this seemed to be a pretty expensive booster box from the get-go. This was like started out at like a $1,500 box. It dropped down to $1,300, and then now it is up over a 1 year span of only 53%, but it's a $2,300 box now. $2,400 box, I'm sorry. But this started out pretty expensive. So there wasn't a lot of increase on this box. I mean, there was. 50% is a lot of increase over a year, but it's not as bad as the most. I need to look into some XY base set because I don't know much about that set. Seemed like a good set. That's like one of the only base sets I've seen do well coming out the gate. Hoping Mega Evolutions does pretty well coming out the gate, which it probably will just because we're still in the craze of things. I don't even know if I want to look at Phantom Force. I don't even think this has any information on it. Yeah, this has no information. So this started out like a $2,000 box, and I think it's up to like a $23,000 box or $18,000 or something. This Phantom Force is all over the place. Just over a year span, a $2,000 box up into the two figures is absolutely insane. But guys, let me know what you think about that. Can this stuff hold up? It's not just the XY era. The Sun and Moon is not as bad, but it's starting to trend that way. And then Sword and Shield, luckily right now, is very, very fair priced. If you're going to be looking to buy anything, I would stick to the Sword and Shield era. The new sets are inflated. The old sets are inflated. So that sweet spot's kind of Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield if you're looking for some older booster boxes. XY era, me personally, it's priced me out. I don't know how well off you all are, but nobody likes to lose money, especially if it's a couple $1,000s. You know, you pay $2,000 over market, and then 6 months from now, you lose that $2,000, and these boxes are back down to $1,000 a box. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. No matter how wealthy you are or how far in life you are, $2,000 is $2,000 to lose. Just keep that in mind. Stay smart, folks, and don't get wrapped up into all this craziness. Things will come down, I believe. Now, don't quote me on that because I am not an expert when it comes to markets and stuff shifting around. I'm just trying to give you my insight and try to, keep you all safe. Just make yourself use your brain, look at things, look how it's manipulated. You should be able to see it for yourself. A year ago, when something's $1,000 and 1 year later it's $3,000 for the same product, and you know that you're in a boom, just be smart about it because something tells me a lot of people's going to get hurt in this. I hope not, or possibly if it does drop, it drops on a slow rate. But fortunately, I think the bottom is going to fall out of this. We've seen it way too many times with singles, where singles shoot way up. I know singles are a little bit easier to manipulate. Even the high-end singles, like last year, or was it last year, or maybe a year and a half ago, somewhere in that span, when all the alternate arts from the Sword and Shield era just shot up like crazy. And those all crashed really, really hard. They didn't go down to the bottom where they used to be, but they all crashed down to being about another 10% up. And a lot of the cards in the Sword and Shield era right now, like with the promos and stuff shooting way up, those are going to come crashing back down again too. We've seen this market. We've seen it before, and the exact same thing's going to happen. 90% of the people that are in this hobby right now are money bros. They're in it for the money and not the hobby. Most of them can't even name 10 Pokemon or name 2 regions. You can't blame them. I mean, it's free money. It's like printing money right now. Everybody and their grandmothers out here buying cards, buying Pokemon cards. It used to be embarrassing to buy Pokemon cards, but now it's the thing to do. Just remember, when this stuff starts crashing, no money to be made. 90% of this hobby is going to leave. I shouldn't say the hobby. 90% of the people in the hobby are going to leave, and the 10% are going to be left over, which is going to be our players, our collectors, people that love Pokemon, and we'll get back to normal one day. This will have an effect on Pokemon probably forever. Nothing is going to go back to the way it was. I think we'll get close to where we were, and over time, eventually stuff will fall back to where we may have a crash one day, where nobody wants Pokemon and you can't get rid of your stuff. And then all of a sudden you see Phantom Force boxes, $23,000 drop all the way down to $1,000 again. A little far-fetched, but it can happen. Just as fast as it goes up, it can come right back down. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. I appreciate you guys listening to me rant today. I know I got a little heated there, but it's just a lot of the stuff makes me mad. A lot of it pisses me off just because I know a lot of my friends and a lot of you are going to get ripped off, and I hope you're smart enough not to. Sometimes you just don't see it coming. Make sure you use your brain, open your eyes. We'll see you in the next one. Angry Snorlax, I'm out.